Flip Quest live here on the SlabStox YouTube channel. This is episode number 40 on the PWCC weekly auction. Very excited to be here, and we just saw two Tua cards flash up there as the most recent bidded cards here on the auction. And currently, the Dolphins are up 16-10, I believe, in Sunday Night Football. Tua's first game back since injury. I know maybe like a month or so ago we talked about when Tua got hurt, obviously. So good to see him back this soon. Let's just hope that those hits are few and far between for him going forward, because I don't know how many more hits someone can take like that and kind of keep on with the same deal in the NFL. So let's hope he stays okay. And Nate, good to see you again. And everyone who's wondering, you might not be wondering or have any idea, but this weekend is SlabStox birthday weekend. Not myself, but 3 of the 5 SlabStox team members, 3 of the 6, I guess you could say, with Andrew doing our World Cup videos, but 3 of the 6, all birthdays between Nate, who's tomorrow, Julian, who you've seen SlabStox Julian, our intern, is today, and then yesterday's was Papa Slabs, my dad. That's crazy.
Hey, Julian's 21st?
Yeah, Julian's 21st.
I gotta send him some beer money.
He says that he hates beer. Can you believe that, bum? He says it tastes gross. I said, you're weak.
Wait, so no alcohol on his birthday?
I don't know. I don't know.
Good for him.
All I know is he doesn't like beer, so I said you're fired. I said, of all the things, this is what does you in.
I agree.
Very excited to be here today. Very excited to be here because we've got a big show to talk about. But first thing I got to talk about here today, and mostly talk to Nate about it, other than this Erling Helen at $15,500 for that orange refractor at 25 PSA 10, is the man in Philly himself, Bryce Harper. Nate, Bryce Harper, all the hype in the world coming into the MLB, hype since he was a young boy at 14, 15. And he is living up to it once again.
He really is. It's been quite fun to watch because usually, you see a guy that young, that hyped up, and it doesn't always come to fruition, the talent and everything. So to watch him do what he's been doing his career, and then the last 2 years winning MVP, and then making the playoffs, and then going 11 extra base hits in 11 games, driving in 11 runs, scoring 10 runs in those 11 games, and hitting over 400. It's been amazing. And to cap it off tonight with that 8th inning go-ahead home run, especially opposite field.
I just knew it, man. I just knew it. I was watching. He's going to do it. He's going to do it. And there's a lot of, commentators talking after the game. Why do you even pitch him in that situation? Yada, yada, yada.
Bring in Josh Hader in that situation. Lefty on lefty.
6 outs, though. That's a lot. But
dude,
still,
you're facing their best hitters. Why save them for the 9th inning when you know you're going to get, when you can go through their best hitters in the 8th, and then use somebody lesser for their lesser hitters?
I mean, you traded for him in the offseason, right? Might as well use him.
Well, in August, and yes,
I meant to the trade deadline. My bad.
Should have used them. They did not. They go home, and the Phillies move on. What blows my mind is obviously the Phillies 1 game away from swapping places with the Brewers, and the Brewers being in the postseason, and a lot of people being like, "Oh man, this is a miracle, miraculous Phillies! Wow, amazing!" People forget that the Phillies have like a $230 million payroll.
Yeah, they were just in the same spot as the Brewers, meaning they were stinking towards the end of the year and barely slipped in the playoffs, but not the same team position at all. They got a really, really star-studded, expensive team. So that was like, for them, it's like, man, we missed out on the playoffs or lost in the first round. Like, we were really bad. But either way, cool for Philadelphia fans, cool for Phillies fans and everything. So good to see you there. But Bryce Harper's PSA 10 Bowman Chrome Refractor Auto numbered out of 500 is actually ending in tonight's auction. With buyer's premium, it's already at $6,300. That's $1,000 more than it last sold for back in February. There's only 12. So there's only 12 PSA 10s. Of course, Bowman Chrome Autos were not graded at a very high clip with PSA up until, I'd say, like 2019, 2020-ish. But back in the day, they weren't graded as much. So only a pop 11 here, and that's $1,000 more than what it was. Now, on the flip side, Yankees fighting for their lives right now. We talked about it back after a 60-second homer. We said, now is literally the time, right? Like, if you could have flash auctioned your cards, like, now's the time. And Yankees are definitely on the verge of elimination unless they somehow pull off the 4-game comeback. Either way, Aaron Judge is hitting like 80.080 in the postseason right now. And I wish that ball went out against the Astros when it almost did. But $4,000 in the Bowman Chrome Blue out 9.5 right there, numbered out of 99. Nate, it's crazy. People have been selling Judge at such a high frequency since that home run. In the last month alone, this card has sold 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 for this grade specifically, numbered out of 99, 7 times in the last month. And the last time we saw it sell here on the PWCC weekly auction was right around that home run. And it sold for $14,400. This card's 10K off of it right now. So we'll see what it sells for tonight, but it makes sense. I mean, you got to sell it when it's hot, right?
Yep. And what do you, I mean, if you're not selling it on his 60-second home run breaking records, what are you hoping for?
Mm-hmm.
Like, is a World Series more impressive than a record breaker that's been around for 61 years?
Right. I know, right?
But shout out to the Astros just completely shutting him. He's been shut down the entire time, but the Astros especially shutting him down. And it's unbelievable to me that Yankee fans booing Aaron Judge. You don't have Aaron Judge, you're probably not in the playoffs.
Dude, you're definitely not in the playoffs. They had such a terrible record when he was insanely hot in August.
Yeah.
It's crazy. Also, completely forgot to welcome those into the stream who left us a chat so far. Tom, good evening. Kevin, good to see you. Patrick, Silky Mick, Global, and Kevin's wife's birthday today too. Happy birthday, wife. And it's nice to wish everyone here a happy birthday. Global's waiting for Nate to shave the face and get some stuff donated, it sounds like.
Never going to happen unless we raise a ton of money for Camp Kesem, because that is the type of thing that lives on the internet forever. And I am a very ugly human being. I'm a pretty ugly human being with a beard, but an extremely ugly human being without.
Speaking of Camp Kesem, I got a very, very cool email right before the stream tonight. I got an email from the directors of the camp for this year, 2022-2023. Every single year there's new directors of the camp at the school, as people graduate and everything. And they sent us a thank you to SlabStox, and also a video from their first member meeting. So they have meetings for all their counselors like once a month, I think it is, if I remember correctly. And the whole club or the whole organization, all the students there, all yelled, "Thank you, Slab," which means that's my Kesem nickname. However, that really means thank you to everyone who bid on an item, who donated an item, who helped out organize anything, whatever it was. Y'all are to thank for that. So very cool to see, them all be very thankful for all the help that you all gave to us in the camp and to the Camp Kesem kids, especially PWCC too for hosting an auction back in July. So very awesome, and happy about that, and can't wait to do it again next year. All right. Now, there is 5 to 6 minutes left before extended bidding starts. So if you are looking to get in a last-second bid into tonight's auction, like I said, you can search up your favorite player if you don't have much time, see what's out there. And not necessarily one of my favorite players, although I do like him a lot, but Zion Williamson. He's been playing quite well from the Pelicans. I know they just went into overtime tonight. I do not know if they won yet or not, but I should have typed in something more specific. There's actually 120 Zion cards selling tonight.
Oh my!
We got one card alone selling tonight. It's our split screen LeBron and Zion gold frame, number 11, SGC 8.5 figure. Now's the time to try to get this thing sold right as the basketball season starting, and him coming back from injury, playing very well. It's at 210 right now. It's got to go a little bit further in extended bidding to get back to, I think, our 370 we paid. Back when the market was a little bit more hotter in the basketball card realm. However, I do think they might be able to get there because he has been playing well. LeBron's been playing well, although the Lakers, man, I don't want to waste a lot of time on that, but they're terrible. They're 0-3, 10% from 3 or something like that, or 15%. It's crazy.
Dude, it's unbelievable, and Russell Westbrook has gotten worse. It's sad to see because I love Russ, but man, he has not been good this year.
Did you see today, Nate? You might not have seen that, but
he went for a 2-for-1, right?
Yeah, but 2-for-1 when they are up 1 with 30 seconds left, and there's 19 seconds on the shot clock.
Not good.
Let a mid-range fly up 1 point with 19 seconds left on the shot clock. Crazy, man, crazy. But as everyone, BMAX, should I not have sold my in-flight Spida Mitchell auto? He's been balling. He has been playing very well in the Cavaliers.
Overtime right now for them.
They're in overtime also. He's been playing very well, though. I stole him in my fantasy league I'm in, although it's a 6-person league, so I can't really talk. Can't talk about, hey, it's with Oscar, man. He's excited about it. I'm excited about it. 6 people. I mean, get some loaded teams there, bro. But either way, it doesn't matter if it's a 6-person league, Nate, from like the position they're drafting. Like, I'm at pick 52 or something. Donovan Mitchell.
That's pretty good.
It is pretty good. Well,
It's
DJ.
absurd that you're in a 6-man league, but that's pretty good.
It's funny. No, I know it's funny. DJ Quicksilver says, I have 52 Zion Williamson cards selling in this week's auction. Owns nearly half the cards selling in this week's auction of Zion. Looks like really trying to time it there with his good performance. So tonight's episode, the last few weeks of episodes, we've been kind of targeting something to talk about, to discuss about, with you all, get you all to vote on some different cards and have an idea of what we're trying to, an end goal. And tonight's end goal, we are looking at the top 10 insert cards from this auction. So inserts, what are they? I think a lot of people might hear insert card and maybe, I don't know what you think. You might think Color Blast. You might think Kaboom if you joined the market more recently, because those are two of the biggest Panini ones. There's a number of other ones out there, obviously. But basically an insert card is any card that's inside of a card set that is not part of like the 1 to 300 base sets, or it's not, it has like a specific name to the card. Like as you see here with this Stephen Curry, it's part of the Timeless Moments set. It's not part of the, just the Panini One base card set, whatever it is. So that's just some really high level, look at it. And then from there, there's different inserts varying in rarity. For some Topps baseball inserts, they're like not rare at all. Like you pull them all the time, like the Legends in the Making or whatever they used to call them and everything. And then there's others that are super, super rare. Like, the first couple of Color Blasts, like 1 in every 10 cases or something like that. And I want to look at different inserts in this auction because I think that it's good to think about when inserts started, where they're at now, where they were between there. So I picked 30 different cards that kind of span from, I think I grabbed some from the 90s, which is when they started around 93 at the Scoring Kings. And then all the way up until now, obviously, with some of these more, the clutch factor Zion there, the 1-and-1 Steph Curry. So the way we're going to do is like we've done all these other weeks, where I'll put 3 of these cards up for a vote at a time. You all will vote on the insert that you like the best. Now, I don't want this to be like, which card would you rather have? Like, I don't want you to look at this and say, oh, I'd rather have the Steph Curry because its current bid is $11,000 versus the Dwayne Wade, which is $4,800. The thought here is like, it's like, I like this for like the insert that it is. It has nothing to do with the player necessarily. Like just because it's Steph Curry, I don't want you all to be persuaded to vote for Steph Curry. Just like the actual insert itself, like this Timeless Moments. It's about a moment in a game. Steph, that's his massive 3-pointer he hit over Oklahoma City there as time was winding down the playoffs. I think that shot was crazy. And then, or you're maybe like, oh, I like the clutch factor Zion because it just looks so cool, or something. It's got the art, it's got the patch in it. Or this Dwayne Wade because it's the nameplates insert where they take part of the Wade and then stick it in the card. So like kind of think about it in that sort of way, not necessarily just like your favorite player or it's the most expensive. So we're going to, and Galactics can be inserts, but they're not always inserts. So you've got the base set that you can have Galactic parallels for in Revolution, but you can also have like a Stargazing insert, which is the Galactic parallel of that Stargazing insert. So Galactic is a type of parallel, but it can also happen to inserts too. All right. Speaking of inserts, funny enough, that actually is in one of our 30. So I'll talk about when I get there, Pat B. First up, though, we're going to vote on, and I'm going to put the insert sets into the votes. I'm not going to write like Zion. I'm not going to write Wade. I'm actually going to, so it'll take me a little bit longer to type these out. What's that Wade called? Nameplates. All right. There you go. So 3 votes are up, and Nate, I want you to let me know which one you like the best here.
All right, I like this. So for me, I mean the Curry is sick, but those are always kind of hard to spot the auto.
Yeah.
On. The Zion is meh.
Zion's not a rookie either, but also don't vote on it because it's Zion or because it's a rookie or not.
That's fair.
But also, I agree. It is
I mean, I got to go with the Timeless Moments, despite the fact that it's hard to see the auto. The other 2 are just generic patch auto cards.
There's nothing that persuades you enough to pick them, is what you're saying.
Correct. Also, that's a not on card auto.
No, it is. It is on card, Nate.
Are you sure?
Yeah, they just framed it. They framed the auto.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, no, it's exquisite.
Like,
Exquisite's all on card. Both of these are game worn patches, by the way. It was asked by Pat. No, not Pat. Joseph. Are the game worn patches? Yes, both are game worn patches. So I think we've got our winner here. Timeless Moments, 67%. Yes, I want to know if I were to send these results to some big early 2000s basketball fans, what they would think about the Timeless Moments insert set. getting voted more than the noble nameplates from Exquisite. That'd be kind of funny because that is a rookie Wade. Not like I said, not that necessarily matters. What's up, Real Music? How we doing? So yes, Timeless Moments moves on, but that Timeless Moments card is sick, and a lot of those are very cool. Like anything that has to do with a specific, sports memory or something like that, always is pretty exciting. All right, everyone, extended bidding has begun. By the way, make sure you get your bids in on items and turn that clock to green. If you would like to win a card in the end, you have to make sure that this clock is not red if you are not winning the item already. All right, now this one gets more towards the 90s. Some earlier inserts here, some inserts that help pave the way. But first off, you've got the Sneaker Spotlight insert that was introduced in 2018. Huge insert set now for Noir. Very important. A lot of people collect that. You have the Rock Stars here with Michael Jordan. And then you've got the Gold Star, Ultra Stars, Gold Stars? Just as Ultra Stars Gold. Okay. Which is super, super popular. Those cards can get very expensive. So 3 insert sets up for vote here. Sneaker Spotlight, where it obviously features sneakers from the player, and then an auto. This one's a Luka rookie, the Rock Stars, die cut, and then the Ultra Gold Stars. Nate, which one would you take here for the insert and what it is? Either looks or whatever makes you pick that.
Oh man, I like them all. Oh, this is tough. Like the Sneaker Spotlight is cool.
Yeah.
Very cool card, but I have for a while liked the Rock Stars card with the die cut at the top there. And though I don't know what the Ultra Stars Gold Shaq is, I do think that's a very sick looking card.
I think that I know that our viewers are very, very modern collecting focused, as am I. So that's not a super big surprise, but I imagine we pull a different group of people and the Ultra Gold Stars is going to win. But right now, Sneaker Spotlight's got 67% of the votes, 70% of the votes. Ultra Stars Gold has none. And then Rock Stars has got 30%. Nate, do you have a definitive answer here?
I think I go with the Rock Stars.
Nate
I
goes
just
with
like the
Rock.
card, and you get a 97 Kobe or 97, somebody like that.
KG.
Pretty cool.
Yeah, no, it's cool.
Obviously Kobe rookie 96. I don't know if he has Rock Stars, but I've seen various guys in those that I really like.
Right. I've always been. I mean, I love how that Ultra Stars looks, but I've just been a huge Sneaker Spotlight fan since the thing released. I remember writing
You
an
sold
article.
your Luka.
Yeah, and I sold my Luka. It actually wasn't 8.5. I wonder if it's the exact same card. But I love that set. I wrote an article on it very early on when it was releasing and broke down the different players and my favorites and stuff like that. So I just have a very big soft spot for it. But that is also what the voters picked. Sneaker Spotlight, 71%. So that one moves on. Looks like that will land in the top 10. All right, on to this next one. A little bit of an interesting one here, right? Like there's more 90s here. But the first one, this one is not like a very widely I guess collector talked about insert. It's the Peerless Auto, Peerless Signatures set from NT. It's just an insert set NT, nothing crazy. This is a 1-of-1 Curry though, the specific card. And then the Net Assets, which is I'd say extremely popular for the 90s, and then Big Man on Court, which is very popular for the 90s too. So this one I feel like is going to have a little bit more diversity in the voting compared to the others.
Give me the Net Assets.
Gosh, I can't disagree, man. I love
Card is awesome. The die cut on it, awesome.
Yeah, for those that don't know, this is actually die cut around the top of it, around the edges, and then around the top, and then also all the individual holes in the net are also die cut. I've got the Ray Allen. I still think I have that. Crazy cool card though. PSA 10, tough grade on that one too.
I don't even know how you'd get a PSA 10 on that.
I have no idea, man. It's gotta be difficult though. I think mine's like a BGS 8.5 or something like that, or something pretty low grade.
So cool.
No, do not take into consideration the grades at all when you're voting. This is even the players. Like I said, you might like MJ more than Curry more than MJ. This is just the card for what it is. You can imagine your single favorite player in the card or the best possible, most valuable card of each insert type of deal. Definitely don't want value to be the driving factor here. More so design and feel and maybe prestige and all that type of stuff. So Net Assets does take the win there. Net Assets has got 50% of the votes. Big Man Court 30%. Peerless Signatures 20%. Not a big surprise, but I want to throw in something random that maybe people weren't expecting. And the Curry actually is the only one that is in extended bidding right now out of those three. All right, now maybe some of your more traditional answers here from Panini. This is going to be an interesting vote. We got Color Blast there. This is only Color Blast in the voting. We've got the Downtown Football version, though. This is the Optic Downtown Football. Do not think of Downtown Basketball when you see that insert. This is for Football Downtown, the Velocity. And then Jambalaya, arguably one of the most important insert sets of all time. So those are going to be your three options here. I'm typing them in right now. I'm just going to put Optic DT Velocity. I mean, they're only in football. Well, I don't think they're in baseball. And then Jambalaya. All right, asking the community. The vote is up. All right, Nate. Let's hear it.
So, I'm not exactly a Jambalaya guy. Never had one. Not a huge fan of the look of it. I don't know. It just doesn't really do it for me.
Okay.
Like, there's some cool 90s inserts. That is not one that I particularly enjoy looking at. The Net Assets is a sick card. The Jambalaya, and there's going to be a lot of people that are upset that I said that.
I think Adam from PWCC would say, Nate, I don't want to see you ever again after that one. I think that's his favorite insert of all time.
Yeah, I don't love it. But that being said, I also don't love downtowns.
Downtown basketball or downtown football specifically?
Downtown football. I do like a little bit of the older, like 2016 Cornerstones downtowns. But I don't love that, especially with the laser on the 2018 Optic.
Yeah.
I don't love that. So I guess I have to go with Color Blast, even though I'm not like sold.
Yeah. So that's just your de facto last one left.
Yeah.
Well, I can tell you this much. I'm definitely not picking the Velocity, man. Drowns out the beauty of the card. The beauty of the downtown is seeing the stuff that relates to the city of these players. Like the Giannis with the cheese and the buck. It's like the Velocity is like kind of jumbles it all up here for the football ones. I do like the Jambalaya, but like Nate says, like there's some things here that just are like, okay, the lettering with where his name is and it's like gold and it kind of clashes with each other. Like there maybe just some things that like is like, maybe this isn't the most aesthetically pleasing thing to me in the world. It's tough. I mean, I really do like the first year of Color Blast for soccer. Like I love those Prism EPL ones. I pulled a gold vinyl out of 5 of Jack O'Connell, who's now in the championship. So that card's pretty much worthless. But Mason Mount, I have one of. I used to have Greenwood, which thank goodness I don't have anymore. And then Jack Grealish too, which thank goodness I don't have anymore. I think it's Grealish. I can't remember exactly.
Is Grealish bad now?
Bro, he barely even gets in the matches for City. Yeah. I gotta go with Jambalaya just from the prestige of what it is. And the modern crowd is coming out strong tonight. Color Blast wins with 57% of the votes. Jambalaya 42%. I wonder if the Net Assets actually did take the W, but it's also up against a pretty weak modern insert. It wasn't up against like a Color Blast. All right, well, Color Blast is moving on. All right, a little bit more interesting here. So we have 2 soccer cards here, 2 cards which only feature in soccer from my knowledge. Actually, this actually might be in basketball. I don't know for sure. Football, it probably is. So the first one here is Canvas Creations. This is a Cristiano Ronaldo card. Very cool in his Manchester United kit that actually is a sticker, but just these can come on card like the Canvas Creations of Bukayo Saka in 2020 is on card. I wish I still had that card. I sold at the National. I feel like a big idiot for that.
National?
Yeah, man. I bought a Bukayo Saka for $500. I sold for $575 10 minutes later.
Make the money, move on.
It's such a nice card though, and he's so good, man. I'm a Chelsea fan. Soccer's just so good. But either way, Canvas Creations is from 2019, features him in a couple different, playing positions there. Steph Curry downtown. So this is basketball downtown from Panini 1-in-1 specifically, and then Prize Footballers. Erling Haaland, which is a very, very popular soccer finance insert. So I'm going to put this poll up right now. 1-in-1. And then Prize Footballers. So guys, by the way, I had no idea how these cards were going to shake out, which ones were going to be lined up against each other. It just depends on how these prices are moving and the bids and everything. So like, I think I kind of know which insert's going to win here, just based off of majority of people probably voting for basketball and stuff. And the more popular insert 101 downtown. But Nate, what are you feeling here?
This is the easiest choice of the night for me, and it's the Impeccable Canvas Creations.
Ooh,
That is from a like aesthetic wise, I love it. I think it's very cool. I think it would be if that was on card, obviously it's not, but if it was on card, that'd be like a chase card for me for any guy I liked if you put that in any sport.
well, like I said, those 2020s are on card. That Saka is an on card auto. I'm pretty sure there's a couple other players. I haven't seen all the players in the set for 2020, but yeah, that card, it is sick. It is sick. The downtown.
Imagine if they had Impeccable of like Giannis, where one he was dunking, and then one he was Euro stepping, and then one he's blocking a guy.
Oh my gosh, that would be prime.
Yes.
Very nice, very nice. I like the imagination there. Curry downtown, those 1-on-1s and downtowns, I don't want to say they're watered down because they are only featured in one set a year, and they are pretty rare. You just see them a lot. For me, I'm gonna go with the prize footballers because I do think this was, in my opinion, one of the most important widely collected football or soccer insert sets. Like Canvas Creations is a 6 set. But I think that like prize footballers from like a standpoint of like what it means for collectors. And as you could see here, even Kevin in the chat says 2019-20 prize footballers is my favorite soccer insert of all. It is it's very cool. And also what Chance said is true is also true. The fusion, so like this Holland right here, it's a fusion. It's just it's like a 1 per case type of hit. Specifically are way better than just the base price footballers for me, and that's true. Anytime you can get something more rare, generally it sometimes looks better, and in this case it does. I love how they got
Is that fair though?
What is that fair to take a parallel of it? You're saying
Yeah.
like make it better?
Shouldn't we just be looking at? I gotta have one of these around here.
A base one? I get what you're saying. I even think the base ones look really good though. Like I think they look very good for like a pre base, insert type of thing. And also Joseph's right. Aren't there too many variations of prize footballers? I mean, there are. There's a lot of different fusions, but they're all super rare. Like the fusions are not easy to hit. Nate's got a base one there from 2021 prize footballers. So that's a different one, right? I'm not looking at that one.
Yeah, Kevin. Yeah, I know, but it's just like it should be the base variation.
Okay, fine. Okay, well, I'm taking the prize footballers if it's a fusion. Otherwise, for the base, I mean, the Canvas Creations is a beautiful set. Impeccable is amazing. I love Impeccable. And Nate, actually, we are surprised. I don't know if this was you talking people into or just people agreeing with you. 52% of the votes went for Canvas Creations. So we do have Ronaldo card coming on top there.
Let's go.
All right, next round of 3 gets interesting. This is definitely not like this is more uncharted territory for a lot of people. So we've got on the horizon. This was a Panini Rewards insert right here. This one, it's gold. Don't vote on this for gold though. It's kind of like what Nate said, right? About like the whole can you vote on the fusion for it being a fusion or the prize footballers. Imagine that this is a silver background and it's not gold. There was only a Curry gold selling. Or you've got the stargazing insert, which started in Absolute, then later got introduced into Revolution, which I love that insert. And then there's also the Test of Time, which is just an interesting like clock thing from Crown Royale. A 1-of-1 here of Zion, but keep in mind,
it's platinum color,
yeah,
not normally.
It's not platinum colored normally. So
what is it normally colored?
I'm imagining just like kind of like I don't know, maybe like a brownish clock type of thing.
I guess I can look this up real quick.
I too am looking it up just to see. Yeah, it's like a brownish silverish type of thing is what I was kind of expecting. That's there.
Kind of cool.
So I'll go first just because I despise the on the horizons. I'm sorry, I despise them, Nate. You introduce a new rewards insert, make it short print and everything, but then you kind of copy like what downtowns look like, but make them horizontal and then also put like some sunburst effect behind it. Just seems so random and weak to me. Test of Time means nothing to me. It's kind of cool. It's like a clock, but stargazing, I just got cut to the chase. I love stargazing. I think it looks beautiful. I think they did justice by bringing it back in 2015 or 2016 Revolution. I think it's 2016 Revolution and everything, and it just looks awesome.
I can't believe I'm saying this because on the horizon, we're knocking this out. Get out of here.
Oh, I thought you were about to pick that.
Stargazing looks good to me. I enjoy it. but there is just something about that, and maybe it's just because I just got done playing Elden Ring, and it kind of looks like something in Elden Ring, but I'm gravitating
Towards what?
towards the test of time.
It's pretty cool. I mean, it's cool. Don't get me wrong. I just like the stargazing more, but that is a cool insert. It's kind of
It
got some
it
like
it sh it should be noted that I don't like the new test of time as much. 2021, it's got, like, half a square card with a clock on the end. Uh, don't love it.
uh,
Like the half clock design much better.
yeah, I'm looking at the other one. It looks kind of cheesy. This one looks like more like I don't know, official or something like that to me. But Nate, we I guess our opinion it matters nothing to these people, which is totally fine
On
because
the horizon, moving on, huh?
everyone's got their own opinions. Yep, on the horizon, moving on 42% of the votes, but stargazing was a close second, 36. Test of time, 21%. This is a die cut. This is a die cut. Henry says test of time as a die cut would be fire. Yes, this is full die cut around the sides there. Pretty cool card, but on the horizon is moving on. I wonder how much that gold helped it out versus it just being a base. All right, this one's going to be an interesting round, I think. We've got this is the passing of the torch, except in the past these things were back like front and back. So now in Elite they put these two autos on the front of the card, Charles Barkley and Zion Williamson. It's just actually passing
Much
the
more
torch.
lame that way.
I really like the set when it had them on the front and back. Like Sutton just submitted Willie Mays and Barry Bonds on card, front and back. So sick. So sick. Michael, this is a Michael Jordan Titanium. This is from Metal Universe, actually. An interesting insert for Metal Universe because, I mean, it doesn't really look anything like Metal Universe cards from 97, but it's a totally
Is that
different
die cut?
It is die cut, yep. And then it's kind of die cut all around where you can kind of see that plastic there. And then there is the 57 variation from 2007 Topps Chrome Kobe here. Now, yeah, you could say, think about the base. This one's the orange, yada, yada, yada. But the main thing here is that this is an interesting card because they made the pictures physically look blurry, okay? Like, this is not a poor scan. Like, Kobe literally looks blurry on this because they were totally mimicking this off of Bill Russell's rookie card. So Bill Russell's 1957 rookie card, the image is a little bit more blurry, and everything, and then the print looks good, just like this Kobe here is very clear and everything. So that's kind of cool. That's a cool touch. I gotta throw out the passing the torch. I don't like how it's on the front of the card. If they're back to back, still I would have picked that. And then the Titanium Jordan is very cool. It's kind of our first look at a pulsar parallel. You see how the blue there? It's exactly what the pulsar or the prism looks like. Not pulsar, sorry. The prism parallel for Topps Chrome and everything looks just like that. And it's a cool card, but I gotta go with the Kobe. It's so cool that they redid that 57 set.
I agree with you. I like the Kobe more than the other two.
Let's see what happens here. It's currently tied between Titanium and 57 variation. Someone plays a vote right now as I'm speaking. As when I hit end, I'm hoping it's going to show us which one came on top. And yes, the 57 variation did come on top.
Ayo.
Moving on to the next round. So we've got a few left to do, and then we got screw over those my bids. So we're going to go through these a little bit quicker. First one, Youthquake, very popular insert from 96. Second one, Stained Glass. So this appeared in many different locations, but the first location, I believe, was this 2018 Prism set. And then this last one here is Epic Signatures. This is from a Upper Deck set that featured older basketball players and everything like that. So it's actually a pretty important set. Bill Russell right here. But those three votes are up and away. I'm going to give you all like 30 seconds to vote on that one, and then we're going to move on to the next one. Nate, give your thoughts quick.
I guess the Epic Signatures, Bill Russell.
Man, you did not seem confident in that at all. I'm picking the Youthquake, no doubt. That insert is awesome. I love that insert.
I don't really love any of them.
Wow. What a bum. All right. It looks like we got votes in pretty quickly there, and Epic Signatures did take the W with Youthquake and Stained Glass tying, actually. Also, I think I screwed up again because I'm going to refresh this page, and then we're going to have like just a few.
Yeah, you did.
I did. Okay. Well, this isn't the worst. We can figure it out. Because we'll do this row first, and then we'll get down to the end. This is historic tickets, 2017 contenders. They brought back historic tickets, players in their rookie jerseys. I love this set. I mean, I've got the cracked ice, to be honest. Vintage art, Steph Curry from Noir. This is one of my favorite inserts actually ever. So I'm having a very hard time picking right here. I love the vintage art set. Just about every single year it looks sick, but this year in particular. And then the Phenomenon, which is also one of the best modern inserts, I think, from Select. Nate, this is tough, man. This might be the hardest one we've had tonight from modern inserts standpoint for sure.
They all look great, but I think I'm going to throw out the historic ticket because I think you're trying to sway me with putting Giannis there. Is frowned upon, and the Phenomenon one, I don't know. It's cool, but it just doesn't really do it for me. The vintage art thing, from an artistic standpoint, is definitely the coolest looking card here. And since we're not considering gold or number or anything like that, vintage art. And the vintage art for every year looks really good.
Yeah. I love all three. As I said, 2017 Phenomenon is actually one of the best normal inserts I've seen Panini ever make with Tatum and Mitchell's year. It's very cool. Better than this 2019 for sure. The historic ticket, it's very hard to not pick this because just about any good veteran auto you can find in here, like Kobe and everything, they're such valuable cards and they're such a powerful set, I think, for like a modern insert. But unfortunately, I mean, the design is unmatched in the specific 2018 Noir vintage art. And like I said before, the rest are amazing. And I got to pick the vintage art just because I love that set. I used to have the LeBron, actually, numbered out of 9. And we're going to end that one here.
There's a lot of used tos for owning these cards tonight.
43% historic ticket, 37% vintage art, and then the Phenomenon came way last. Also, I like all those players too, Giannis, Curry, and Poole. All right, now this is going to be tricky. So imagine that this Giannis here isn't Giannis. Instead, it's this Alex Morgan. And what this Alex Morgan is this is an 03-04 tribute RPA, right? She wasn't a rookie in 2020, but they insert these into quite a few different products now. Upper Deck, I suppose, trying to, capitalize on that the design that they made years and years ago with LeBron's rookie and everyone loving that card. So this is technically an insert in 2020 Goodwin Champions. It's Alex Morgan Tribute 03 card. Imagine that's right there instead of the Giannis. And then you've got the track tags from Formula One. This is the Pierre Gasly number 25 orange. And then the third and final one is actually the Stadium Club Beam Team insert. I actually pulled this specific card, which is quite awesome. And that is not, you can vote on that if you like Beam Team basketball, but this is the Beam Team soccer insert from the redoing the 1992 basketball one. So I need to get these typed up really quick. Sorry, trying to explain what they were. The track tags insert from Formula One is very, very, very popular. Very popular with Formula One fans. So remember, this is not, you're not voting on Giannis. You're voting on technically this 03 tribute RPA, the track tags insert, or the Beam Team. Nate,
this is a good one.
It's a very good one.
But I think from a fun, creative, enjoyable standpoint, it's got to be the track tags.
There's a lot of really cool things going on. Not only like the graffiti and everything, but the nicknames and every single one are unique. They all relate to obviously the driver.
Now, can Gasly be the comeback kid if he has like 10 points on the year?
I don't think you understand what that even means. Do you know he went to Red Bull for half a season?
Yeah, he went to Red Bull and he got kicked out, and now he's back on the team.
And then he went back to the sister team, and then he won a race with the sister team and podium 2 or 3 times. Yeah, that penalty today was a bunch of garbage, by the way. What was that? Nate, he got a penalty for leaving too much space between the car in front of him during a safety car.
Dude, he has trouble with
well, he's got a target on his back now ever since he started to get mad at the FIA after they almost killed him 2 races ago.
But he got a penalty there too.
Yeah, he got a big penalty for going too fast.
Yeah.
All right, track tags ended this vote on top. I am actually I'm just gonna pick a different one, just to pick a different one. I mean, I love the track tags, but I am such a fan of these beam team inserts for soccer. Like, I think that bringing back the beam team design and putting it with all the major soccer players was such a smart idea from Tops and Stadium Club. Like, I give massive props for doing that because it really has ignited a lot of passion around that Stadium Club product for this year. But track tags, that it's just such a beautiful card there. So track tags, like I said, got the W here tonight. So
Hey,
we will come.
speaking of, I didn't pull a beam team, but did pull that Kai Havertz out of 10 the other day, so that was fun.
The gold at wait, what do you pull at 10? What was it specifically at 10? The red.
Kai Havertz, blue and orange lightning or whatever.
Oh, Stadium Club. For some reason my mind just went to Merlin for a second. Yeah, you did. That's pretty sick.
That was sick.
All right, now it's 9:27, and I think you all know what that means. That means we have 3 minutes left. There's a huge Saka black 1/1 auto ending tonight. Any Saka fans chasing it? Did you say buy?
Yeah.
If it was the actual black, I actually would possibly consider throwing a bid. But I just can't get behind the discos, man. I don't know if you've thought about that from like
if I pulled the disco, I could get behind the disco.
If you pulled the black disco, you could be a fan of it while selling it.
Yep.
Nate, I don't know what you think about Mike Trout right now. Had a pretty fantastic season outside of the injury and not making the playoffs. But that goal out of 50 from 2015 is pretty intriguing to me, the Topps Chrome goal out of 50, especially with how much, Topps Chrome collectors love the golds out of 50, because that thing was like a $1,200 card before the season.
I get you. I guess for me, in the time we're at right now, currently, I feel like I am rookie or bust.
Rookie or bust for everything, or is there any situation like where I'm like, nah, kind of like this Pedri auto? Sure, it's not his rookie, it's his second year, but it's also pre-prime time insert and everything. Like, what do you think? I maybe not the Pedri specifically, right? But like a card like that for like a baseball or something. I don't know.
Yeah. I mean, that's a first time thing, right? Beam team, first time beam team auto. You can
So it's collectible.
Yeah, so it's collectible. So I guess I'd be okay with that. But like by and large, I personally am not looking to buy any 4th year card of any guy or 5th year card.
Well, Michael Porter Jr. comeback season.
Ooh, I don't know. I know it's tough for me to be like. In my heart, I want Jamal Murray to be the comeback guy, so I don't want to bet on Michael Porter Jr. if that makes sense.
Oh, by the way, I think I gotta place a bid on this card.
Yo, who's selling that?
It's Jimbo, but
Oh, that's right. Duh.
I was gonna bid until I realized that is a Mason. Actually, I'm not bidding because there's not one player on this team or on this image that even really plays a whole lot right now. Like, yeah, Kai Havertz plays a little bit, but at first I thought it was Mason Mount before I zoomed in. I'm like, nah, I don't really know if I want a card that has Tammy Abraham, Timo Werner, and I think that's the guy that was beating up his cat that got suspended for West Ham.
Oh, that's fun.
So pass. But we do need to get some giveaways, so I'm going to throw a couple small bids in here if I have 2 seconds left. Oh, wow. There's one green in all of them. What's up, BLK?
Are we selling anything this week?
Remember I talked about the Zion LeBron?
I don't remember that.
What are you talking about? Dude, okay, everyone who's watching right now, do y'all remember if you were in the start of this stream, me talking about the Zion and LeBron that we're selling? It might have already sold. It might not have made it to the next window. Yeah, it already sold. Oof. All right, well, a little under on that one. But it was Zion LeBron, the split screen gold at frame of 11.
Oh, yep. I remember that.
Now, PC wise, I do want this Mason Mount. Now, I'm never very confident in cards that are great on Authentic that are like 2019 until now, which is a little concerning.
But you should be able to get it for cheap then. And who cares about the grade if it's for the personal collection?
That is true. I mean, gold rookie patch auto numbered 50 is a super nice card. I agree with who cares about the grade, but sometimes you just want to have a little bit, confidence in knowing what might actually
come on
with it. I know.
You should be able. PSA Authentic should get you a discount, and if it's for the collection, I mean,
It is.
Would you not take one that has a corner ripped off? If it's for the collection.
Well, yeah, I mean, if it's like 75% off. I love this comment from Jason. Bro, I have the Obsidian Mount 1 of 1. If you die hard, I'll sell it. Is it the Virtuoso one? I'm not crazy about the Virtuoso. I've seen those. Unless it's like the normal one, then maybe I would consider it. I was trying to look at things tonight for targets. I gotta go back and look at my list.
Freddie Peralta for kicks and gigs.
I have the Peralta SGC 1010 of the same card.
Freddie Peralta, owner of the lowest batting average against in a season in MLB history last year.
Really?
That was some injuries this year, so who knows? Could be a big could be a nice little bounce back candidate.
I want that Mbappe, but it's doing actually pretty well. It's just about over what the Raw was. And the Gasly. See, Julian told me he had dibs on the Gasly, so
Dude, buy it.
well, I want to buy it, but the guy called.
Hey, happy birthday, Julian! It's ours.
Happy birthday, Julian! It's ours. Let's moving on. What do you think about top Sterling? When I say Nate, you're like, yeah, like you're probably gonna say, give me the prime products if I'm buying a Wander rookie.
Yeah,
I'm trying to take the words.
Unless it's uber cheap, you know.
Yeah. See, okay, so I'm not gonna buy this because I just don't really have any fandom for the Pistons or Isaiah
Pretty
Thomas.
sick patch though.
Yeah, but this is the type of card where you look at it and you say, okay, what brings value to a card in today's market? Like, I can for sure see this card. I don't know how much it's sold for in the fast, but it's like a 5.5 grade, which is obviously terrible because these cards are very tough to grade. The edges are very bad, but 5.5 is way below average, by the way, on this card.
If I was rich, I'd buy that for my mother-in-law, but I am not.
The enclosed game worn material is guaranteed by Panini Authentic, or Panini America. This is a sick card of an old patch from an old jersey for the Pistons from Isaiah Thomas. I think a lot of people who maybe like would be a Pistons fan or Isaiah Thomas fan, like that is a chase card for sure. Like that's straight from the 1 and the 11. Like that's a sick card. Speaking of sick card, Nate, you see that Hank Aaron Ken Griffey Jr. Like card?
That's awesome. I do kind of want that Trey Turner.
Yeah, but like, what's like?
How much is it?
It's 1,500.
That's a lot of money. Never mind. I don't want that Trey Turner. I do kind of want it because I want to see what happens free agency and if he moves teams and you know how that goes.
Hey, but what if I told you this card is 3,300 a year ago? Would you say, yeah, still even a 50% drop, like maybe not worth it for a guy? It's not like one of the top 5 most bought players.
It makes sense essentially that it's dropped 50% in a year because we've seen a lot of other cards that have dropped 50% in the last year.
Yeah. What about Eloy Jimenez, Black Label?
Oof.
Oh man,
can you promise me he'll stay healthy for the first time in his life?
I can't promise you nothing on him.
Oh.
Okay, I don't know how much these things were selling for, the Fatih Kabooms, but interesting card. 430 is the last.
But they did Road to Qatar last year.
Dude, that's the problem with them doing Road to Qatar for the National Treasures is that they've been doing that, Nate, for a year, calling it the Road to Qatar. Okay, but I'm curious on this because the Kabooms from the set were not like overly done. Like there's 25 PSA 10s and it looks like the population's kind of leveled off. So they're not like obviously less than 50 printed, but this thing was $850. Actually, it was 1,500 back in March, but its last sale was $430 on October 11th. And even at like a $325 purchase, he can get some more minutes for Spain or something, or for Barcelona, at least knowing you're buying at the very lowest point it's been at. Not to say it can't go lower. Obviously, things can go lower, but at least gives you a shot to have some bounce back. And also, I got to get a bid on that Mason Mount. I got bid on. Well, there's someone who really wants that too. I really thought the Authentic was going to sell for under 200. Also, a lot of these items are selling very fast here.
Yeah,
they talked to me about options. We didn't really get to talk about the Packers at the beginning because we're talking so much for Bryce Harper.
I don't even want to.
But talk to me about Jordan Love again. We think he's going to get traded?
I don't even know. I don't even know now. I thought he would get traded, and now it's like we're hitting a point where the Packers are so bad with Rodgers. Maybe but they can't cut him. They probably can't trade him because they paid so much money. So you kind of stuck with him. But you might want to start Jordan Love anyways if it's been this bad. Not that it's necessarily Rodgers' fault, because wide receivers can't get open. Wide receivers are getting hurt. We don't have enough time to pass protect because the middle of our offensive line is atrocious. But Rodgers also has not been accurate when throwing downfield, which shrinks the field. I don't know. I don't know.
Whoa. I just saw a comment here from Ryan. Fernando Alonso has received a 30-second penalty. Moved down to P15. First of all, that moves Gasly into 10th, I think. Which means we got in the points. Second, does that also mean that Sergio Perez got moved down or that got a big penalty? Because both of them are driving with problems with the car. Bro, Fernando Alonso lost his mirror. Lost one of his 2 mirrors and kept driving.
Really?
Yeah, well, first of all, he lost a lot more than that, bro. He was like flying through the air today, and then he kept driving, got back to the pits, and finished 7th, which was insane. However, Ryan, let us know. Also, yeah, everyone, please let us know what you're winning tonight. So Mac got a 2016 NT Collegiate multi-sport hobby case. That's awesome. That product's actually pretty fun because you can pull a lot of different players from a lot of different sports, obviously. And then Big John won a BGS 9 Ian Happ Triple Threads rookie patch auto.
Big John switching gears, going across town with the Cubs this time. Lou Bob last time. Ian Happ today. What about that Giannis? You just want to buy it for kicks and gigs?
The one of one.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I mean, if I'm putting out, is a
kicks and gigs at $1,150.
Yeah, I love his like kicks and gigs. Like it's like, oh yeah, that's like a $20 card, $1,000 card. No, but man, this Sokka's flying up in price. Holy cow! The Black Prism Disco.
Hey, if you were a man, you'd buy it.
Technically not a rookie, so you were the one who said not to buy the rookies. This Mason Mount is a rookie. So.
Use my words against me.
You said it. Also, tonight we've got for giveaway a Dirk Nowitzki rookie PSA 90 and a Neymar 8.5. It's like a WCCF from 2010, so pretty close to rookie year or somewhere around that from like rookie card standpoint. This Kirby Dak is super interesting to me. I don't know how he's doing right now for the Canadians, but he got traded from the Blackhawks to the Canadians, which is a big move in terms of hockey, like going to one of the original 6 and Canadian team. But he hasn't been doing like that awesome this year. Maybe a good time to buy in the dip because he's only 21 and maybe he does make a difference. The Raws are selling for like 150, so and also going to the Toronto Expo, maybe you can bring it there and trade to Canadian.
You going to the Toronto Expo?
Well, I kind of talked to you about that already, but I would have confirmed that we're going to Toronto Expo. Can you still see me? Oh, there we go.
There you go.
As the bid wasn't going through. Lucas won an NT Field Pass auto of Tua. Speaking of Tua,
they're up 16-10. I just checked.
Still?
End of the third quarter.
Yeah, fourth quarter just starting. All right, 2-1 next window. Tonight is definitely not going to be on the big winning of nights. Last couple weeks bought the McKinnon patch auto, and before that bought the Jude Bellingham, which Nate, I'm very, very, very excited about the Jude Bellingham. I don't know if you've seen, but man, he has been balling.
Oh,
2 goals in his last game for Dortmund. Definitely best young player in the world, under 21, best young player in the world. Catch me not on that Gavi train. Not that
even though you're pulling Gavis left and right.
I am. My Wi-Fi is probably getting a little shoddy here. I can't see any of the pictures of the cards anymore.
Oh, that's good. Oh yeah, that looks. Oh,
well, there we go. There's some. Dude, Nate. Okay, from a Brewers fan perspective, talk to me about Freddie Peralta. Will I be seeing him on our team years to come, or is he going to be on a new team?
He is the only starting pitcher that signed past 2 years from now. He signed so through 20. All our other starting pitchers are free agents 2024. Burns, Woodruff, Lauer, Hauser. Freddie Peralta is signed through 2025, and he might even have like a team option or something for 2026. So he's going to be there for the long term. And also, I mean, the dude is really good. He just wasn't healthy this year.
Right.
Like, if you can
Right.
get a Gold Wave BGS 10 for cheap, it's at least worth a flyer, I think.
Well, that's kind of what I was thinking too. Also, Erling Haaland's 22, by the way, Pete. I'm talking 21 or under. Obviously, 22 is young in the grand scheme of things. Mbappe 23 is young, but we're talking the very young lads here. And also,
Uh,
Bellingham's like 19. Go ahead, Nate.
yeah. And one last thing is, I think I'm not 100% sure, but I wouldn't be shocked if, because of how expensive guys are going to get in arbitration, if one of Woodruff or Burns is maybe traded this year. And if that's the case, then Freddie Peralta moves up to the second best pitcher in the rotation, which means a lot more eyes on him than being third.
Right. And I actually love the play because we snagged the SGC 1010 of the same card at $96 like a month ago. And I do think like for a nice grade, lower price play, it's a pretty good idea when you go back and look. Even like I was selling like blue PSA 9 for like $150 before the season, or maybe 2 seasons ago, whatever it was.
Yeah.
Also, I mean, I'm happy from a Mason Mount perspective that people like want his cards, but also like I really was not expecting this card to keep going right now. I thought this would definitely sell for like 200 or under. Although I mean,
good for
in the
you.
past,
Oh, that's loud.
ooh, what was that? Was that me or you?
No, that's me.
Oh, okay, got you. Uh, in the past, this exact same card, I think, like the exact same authentic 10 sold May 24th, 2022 for 365, and then it sold more recently for 300. Now, the only thing that's getting me on this is that there's a vertical patch auto out 50 PSA 9, which obviously is way better. Sold for 300 October 1st, which was a great buy. Congrats to whoever got that. So that's the only thing that's making me hesitant is like I know this is 300 as it is for a PSA authentic. Now I know that we talked about, yeah, I'm not gonna really realistically want to sell this, but at the same time, like I don't just want to be like, silly for paying market value or not market value is the thing. And I feel like that can always go and find, hopefully can find a different Mason Mount card eventually. Is Pulisic going to be moved? And then Pat B said, did I dream about a Newcastle offer for him? BMC says, can only hope Chelsea clearly hates him. Yep, just rumored of 45 million. So Pulisic actually is becoming more in favor for Graham Potter, I have to say. Yes, it's like 25 minutes still, which is not a whole lot. But I think that he definitely should deserve a start, man. He's been really actually pretty solid coming in recently, and Raheem Sterling has been really terrible. Christian Pulisic deserves a start. He should be starting next to Mount and next to Aubameyang or Broya, whoever he goes with. And I hope to see that in the next game. And I hope he actually stays on our team because I actually think he does have a lot to offer. Just Tuchel did not like him, and I know that he also refused to sell him, which is odd. And Newcastle is also very good and just beat Tottenham today. And don't want to see him go to Newcastle and thrive. And Arsenal took a draw today, but we took a draw too, so I can't really complain. Also, we just got the lowest price that there's been on this Fati Kaboom, which is like, I think it's worth the risk for sure. And I feel happy paying a solid price on it. If we're spending around 350 on a card, like I'm happy spending 350 on that. And he's really solid. He has been healthy, I believe, and everything. That Barcelona team is very crowded in the forward spot, but hopefully get some good run.
Cool.
Track tags, Gasly still going. Oh my gosh, Nate. Marvin Bagley cards still selling for $500. I know it's a wonderful one.
Sanity to me.
And yeah, Havertz has been trash. And I hope now the only thing is this. Okay, everyone. Now you might be an American soccer fan. Big sale there in Giannis for $6,000. You might be an American soccer fan, and you might say, "Oh man, Pulisic. I wish he was playing more. I'm such a Pulisic, fan, and it stinks that Chelsea's not playing more." But remember this. A lot of players have gotten injured right now during this Premier League season, during the La Liga season, leading up to the World Cup. Normally it's in the summer. Normally they don't have all the other competitive football going on, but they do. And like Reece James is going to miss the World Cup for England. One of their best players, Chelsea's best player.
Wait, did you just say Chelsea's best player is Reece James?
Yeah.
Do you mean that?
No, I'm serious, man. Reece James he's our best player.
But it's because he's a defender. He's just not very expensive.
Yeah, that's exactly why. But he plays an attacking role too, which is why he's our most effective player. Because he affects it's kind of like Giannis, where he's not Giannis to the soccer world like a Holland type of deal, but where he'll affect the game in so many ways, and he can basically do everything that you want a player to do. Yeah,
Cool.
Reece James is very, very good, and I'm happy we have that red auto of him. But Mount's been more consistently healthy too, though. Reece James gets hurt a lot, which is a problem. He's definitely the most talented, but Mount is there to play in just about every game that's needed. All right, I think that because we won that Fati set there on the soccer cards, I'll find another Mason Mount at some point in the future. Hopefully, we get that Peralta. And then we'll start to go and look at Julian just confirmed the 15 or the 30-second penalty. It's crazy. We'll start to go and look at some of these inserts and see which ones are left now too. So there's actually 3 of the inserts left: the on the horizon, the epic signatures, and the track tag. And then if we go and we look and see what closed. Oh, I'm like, what is going on here? I had to start by a specific week. So that timeless moments, obviously a very important card for Steph Curry collectors, because even a PSA 7 sold for 15,600. This Luka's signature spotlight signatures is holding pretty strong, honestly. Even with some of the market dips, at least from what I think I know about Luka's spotlight signatures. I mean, it did dip since February as expected. About $2,500, but it sold for more than the recent PSA Authentic sold for. And you know how that goes. We were just talking about the PSA Authentic, and then a lot of people would rather have a PSA graded card, so maybe more people would buy the PSA Authentic. But the Authentic did have a 10 auto. Not going to lie, this auto is a little thin. It does have a BGS 10 auto, but it gets a little thin and streaky through there. So I think it's a pretty solid sale for that, actually. Net assets, Michael Jordan sold for $3,840. The Color Blast, Mahomes sold for $3,600. The Canvas Creations, congrats to whoever got that beautiful card, $2,880.
So sick.
I know, super, super sick. 57 variation Kobe, $1,470. And then the Giannis, the historic ticket, $870. Nate, I guess that this is a fair question I should have asked you by now. Assuming it's not one of those 3. Of all the ones that we talked about, which one's your favorite? How did I not ask you this yet?
Oh, well, I think it has to be between the net assets and the canvas creations. Might be the oldest and the newest.
No, 2020 technically the newest.
Okay. I like both of them quite a bit, but I think the net assets, because of the die cut in the net, is just like outrageous that they did that, and awesome that they did that. So I think that for me takes the cake.
Could
You would never see something like that today.
That's what I was gonna say. Could you ever imagine Panini taking the time to do that on an insert set today? That's insane. All those cutouts and everything like that. For me, I gotta go with the sneaker spotlight. Funny enough, I actually don't own any more sneaker spotlights in my collection. Maybe the only one I've ever owned is a Luka. I've always wanted the Karl Anthony Towns, but I remember they weren't showing up for a while after I missed on one of them. So eventually I'll find one to put in the collection. But I've always wanted the Giannis one, but the first Giannis one I actually was not a big fan of. The 2019 design, I just really didn't like it. I like the horizontal 2018 one a lot. But the Kobe has always been a card I'm like, man, one day it'd be nice to own that, but it's so expensive. But yeah, for me, the sneaker spotlight. If anyone wants to let us know what their favorite insert set was that we talked about, or insert card here, feel free in the comments to do so. Alrighty. Ooh, we're still in the running for that Peralta, I just realized.
Hey-oh, let's go.
I hope we can get that. Next week, there's a Camo Mbappe out of 20 BGS 9.5 selling. This week, Thomas Muller. A little different of cards there. I am going to pop over to all items just to see how many are left. It's a little different for me. I'm actually East Coast right now in Florida, and it's 9:50. So now I'm not only 2 hours ahead of Nate, but I'm 3 hours ahead of Nate.
Yeah.
Very dark out here.
I'm sitting back here like middle of the day compared to you.
Pretty much. Oh, the Yankees tied it up.
Oh, good for them.
Like to see it.
It's one of those things where I dislike both those teams in equal amounts. So it's like I don't care who wins.
Well, okay. Normally, I would not want the Yankees to do well. There's just no scenario I can want the Astros to actually make it to the World Series again. Like the Yankees haven't made it in a long time.
That's fair. That's fair. Well, no, yeah, that's fair. It's not going to happen.
I know. Merrick's Grave. This is a good comment here, and actually, I think this is a good point and something we should talk about. Just from a card market standpoint. How did I just get the Judge first Bowman Chrome black refractor number out 35 non-auto BGS 9.5 for 1,475, but the gold out of 50 BGS 9.5 is still going for 1,800. Did I miss something? You did miss something, at least from questioning it. Not saying that you didn't buy it for a good price. Maybe it dipped a lot from his 60-second home run. But gold out of 50 all the time, especially in Bowman Chrome, is going to outsell a lot of the stuff that is compared to either lower numbered or higher numbered.
Especially since black out of 35 is no longer a thing. It's out of 75 now.
Yeah, and that actually might have been one of the only few times it was actually number out of 35 was in that Bowman draft year of 2013. However, that's not to say your buy might not have been good or anything. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying, like, compared to the gold, there is a reason why the gold is still going. There's just a much larger buying base for golds and everything like that. So it'll push the price higher.
Yeah.
Hey, how did those overtime basketball games end up tonight? Did the Jazz win and get to 3-0?
Let me give me 1 second. Check the basketball scores app.
They won by a point. They're 3-0.
The Jazz? Oh my goodness gracious.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
Lauri Markkanen.
Dude. Lauri Markkanen was amazing
points.
in that European tournament.
Yeah,
and he's carried it over to the season. What?
I saw a lot of people like jokingly kind of like, oh, Lauri Markkanen doing well in Eurobasket. That's maybe not jokingly. Like, let's see if he does well in the regular season. And sure enough,
hey, you remember that? You remember that Daily Slab trender I wrote like a month ago about him?
I do, kinda. I think. I don't know. I read a lot of them. So.
That's fair.
Donovan Mitchell, 37 points tonight. Cavs get to 2-1. Also, I haven't read up on anything about the Wizards, but Johnny Davis has not played a single minute this year.
Ochai Agbaji also has not been playing. So
is that just like a rookie thing where like they're like, let's just wait for the rookies to play later?
I have no idea. I have heard that Kristaps playing pretty well.
So tonight he had 18 points, 11 rebounds.
3 assists, block, a steal, 7 for 16, and he was +1.
+1. Dude, I don't know if you looked at the Rockets game the other night. It wasn't against the Bucks, it was against a different team. They lost by 7, I think, to the Spurs or something. Jabari Smith, Nate, was a -31 in a game that they lost by 7.
Oof.
But he was like the only player on the team that was like a -31. Like everyone else was like -10 or lower.
Oof. That's
a tough scene.
That is a tough scene. You know what's a tough scene? Lakers 0-3, losing by 2 to the Trailblazers today, but Damian Lillard back-to-back 41-point games.
I know, right? Wait, he had 41 in the previous game?
I believe so.
Wow.
I should fact check myself on that. Give me 1 second. But
Pete says my favorite insert was the 03 tribute RPA design. It's literally the exquisite LeBron rookie design. I think I am the lone person that voted for it, but that design is iconic as it come now. And Pete, I can agree with you. That design is iconic. There is a chance though that as companies kind of keep on trying to recycle cards that were iconic and designs that are iconic, maybe it starts to take away some of that luster. I don't know if that's what you felt, Nate.
Yeah. I can see that. I mean, Kaboom used to be pretty cool, and then there's Kabooms all over the place, and now it's not as cool.
Yeah. Also pretty big for like. Sorry.
I was just gonna say, yes, Damian Lillard did in fact have back-to-back 41-point games.
Wow. Okay, I like it. Bryce Harper. This is a 1-of-1 from 2013 finest. Not finest. 5-star. kind of like, I don't want to say like super random because 5-star was a pretty important baseball set. Not as important now as it seems like some of that stuff happens with some random tops high-end products. But this did sell for 1,020, which is no shame in a non-rookie card selling for $1,000 or more. Even if it is 1-of-1, that seems like a pretty good sale. Speaking of non-rookie 1-of-1s, I can't believe that I didn't include this in our insert discussion. The Donruss Marvel is that 1-of-1 black of Giannis here. It is at $13.50. It's from the second year of net marvels. Man, what is going on here? Someone else likes Freddie P also.
Oh,
we're still winning though, so that's good. And dude, I can't believe, Nate, the opening night, maybe not very first opening night, but their first game of the year, the Suns, man, they were down 22 to the Mavericks, and I turned it off and wake up the next morning and they won.
Did you see the Mavericks last night against the Grizzlies?
Dude, destroyed them. Luka had 21 points in the first 8 minutes or something like that. It's crazy. Clippers are getting.
And now it's no Giannis scoring 44 and 28, but
right.
Yeah, just making sure we're on
Curry's
the same
got
page
33 right now. No, man. Here's the deal. Giannis does stuff like that so frequently, not necessarily that exact stat line, but I feel like people just kind of look at it like, oh yeah, Giannis, big stat line. Dude, that was an insane stat line.
44 points, only missed 4 shots, perfect from 3. Added in 12 rebounds in only 28 minutes of game time. If he had played 37 minutes, what does he end with? 60 points?
Yeah, just insane stuff. And they're never going to do that when they're winning by 20, obviously, in the first few games of the season. And that's always how it's been for Giannis, Nate, I feel. As I see him put big stat lines, but we're just dominating opponents when he's putting a big stat line. So it's he only has so much he can get out of a regular season game.
Correct. If they kept Giannis in as long as some of these other superstars play, Giannis would blow everyone out of the water points per game wise.
No doubt. And
but
probably no, because for better for us. Our team's actually really good compared to the Nuggets, who haven't been they've been good, but not as good, to where Jokic will play the full game and get the most insane stats.
They need 37 minutes out of Jokic to be able to win those games when Jamal Murray and Michael Porter Jr. are injured. Not anymore though, because they got the next bright young superstar in Christian Braun.
Also, you said to me something about your screen being glitchy. Did you mean when it goes purple and green earlier?
It just flashes through on my end, and then goes back to normal.
Yeah, I saw you you kind of jumped around and you went purple and green on me for a second.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on there. It started doing that the other day, and I have no idea why.
Hey, by the way, the Yankees took the lead. A home run from Harrison Bader. I think that's Bader. He cut his hair, obviously, as a Yankee, and is he 22?
I'm surprised now in today's age that the players don't just be like, nah, we're not going to do the hair thing.
Yeah, I know.
If you got enough guys to just be like, nah, the Yankees would have to drop it.
It's tradition.
And the beard thing.
Hey, I got to point this out here. We're at 10 o'clock, by the way, but 2018 Treble Soccer Factory Seal Hobby Box. I've never seen one of these actually even listed. I haven't really looked a whole lot frequently, but I've never seen one of these things listed. It has some of the really coolest cards from soccer in 2018. It's at $14.50 for the box right now. Very rare box. Crazy.
Cool.
Oh man. Oh, come on, man. We've been this is 10 windows now. We're trying to get this thing. Also, that Trout's still going. I definitely was not going to pay $500 for that, but I do think it's a really cool card, just from a standpoint of what it is and everything. Topps Chrome Gold, number 50. Cool image, him sliding in the bag and everything. And we're officially outbid on the Freddie. Nate, what's the top bid on the Freddie that you're comfortable at, considering we do have an SEC 1010 of it?
I mean, I was trying to get it for under $100, maybe 110, 120.
Yeah, so we were at 125, I think.
Yeah, I it's not something I wanted to go absurd.
Let someone else get their Freddie Peralta action tonight.
Yeah.
All right. Spread the love. I love it.
Plus, we got that Fati, so I feel good about the.
Oh yeah, I'm pumped about that actually. All right, and that Bowman Chroma, the gold judge out of 59.5 is still going at 2,600. Now this one I know it did sell like before Judge went nuclear for like the 60-second home run, like when he had so many home runs in those last few weeks. I feel like this sold before that on here. Um, maybe I can't find it. I don't know why. Yeah, I can't find it. All right. Well, at some point, this card was like $3,000 in August. I know, so it is still above that after buyer's premium right now. Also, I didn't look at how the Patriot. Oh wait, they play tomorrow night. Nate, Bailey Zapp's actually, or Zappy, whatever, is actually doing okay.
Yeah, dude's pretty good. Surprisingly,
is there any thought that if he keeps on winning games, if they can get on a win streak, that
well, Mac Jones might be back this week.
Oh, really?
I heard something, but I have not. I have not looked deeper into it. Let me check Twitter real quick to see if there's anything. Mac Jones is expected to return back to action tomorrow night versus the Chicago Bears on Monday Night Football, 12 hours ago.
Oh wow, he actually returned like quite a bit faster than I was expecting.
Yeah, but
maybe I didn't look a whole lot.
If he doesn't do very well, there's going to be some problems in New England.
Because what, they won 2 straight games now, I think? They lost to us and won 2 straight, or did they only win 1 straight?
I can't remember.
Gotcha.
Pete says, did Giannis burn out last year in the playoffs? He did not. He was dominant in the playoffs. We just didn't have anything around him that was shooting well. We have good players around him, but none of them were shooting well.
And not to mention Chris Middleton being hurt for that Celtics series was a big problem. Yeah. Nate, I'm so happy we re-signed Javon Carter and signed him to a 2-year deal.
That dude, he should have played a lot last year in the playoffs.
That was my next point. Was I yelled the entire series, why isn't that playing over George Hill? He can guard people so much better. He might actually hit some shots. And now he started this season, obviously, with Chris out and everything. He's starting.
Mm-hmm.
How did Budenholzer not see to play him a little bit more last year?
Budenholzer lucked into a championship through the sheer will of Giannis and a little bit of good coaching and changing up their game plan when Giannis was injured and using Brook in the post. But otherwise, Budenholzer was close to being fired. And then he gets last year, Chris being out, you have the excuse, but there's really no excuse to not have Javon Carter out there or Jordan Nwora, out there instead of George Hill and see what happens.
Yeah, even just trying. I don't even know why we didn't just try. Real Music, did you guys see the PSA case for Trout? Pretty dope. I did see that. Trout's got a pretty large collection, it appears. I wonder if Trout's the one that bought the Bowman Chrome Red Auto number .5 for $1 million. It was here on Premier Auction last week. You see that, Nate? The red hit over $1 million, first time ever.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, it's the second biggest Trout sale, I think, ever behind the Superfractor.
I bet he did buy it. Now, here's my thing about the Mike Trout thing is that there's people on. I see people like, yeah, this is awesome, and then I see people being like, oh, what do they do for the regular guy, blah blah blah, and I'm like, it's Mike Trout, man. Literally every company in the world would sign up to give Mike Trout something if they get publicity for it. They're not getting publicity for giving Nathan Rodabaugh a stand of cards,
Well, I would even say just to give Mike Trout something, I think that they probably would, even if it wasn't publicity. But either way, you're right. I mean, yes, PSA still has cards that have been there for over a year. Actually, the ones we had there for like 2 years actually just got graded.
Just
finally.
got back.
Did you get those back?
Yeah.
You got, so you did get them? I was going to ask you if you finally got them.
Now I got to actually sell them because no point in holding them.
So my good friend Dwane, a.k.a. Dwayne, says Trout is a screaming buy, in my opinion, and I have 0 right now. A very unbiased comment here from Dwayne. Nate, what do you think about Trout's? after the big price dip, is it worth sinking a couple dollars in from a standpoint of like, hey, can they make the playoffs? Because honestly, like, yes, we can talk about market dips and all this different stuff as much as we want, but the truth of the matter is if you perform when it matters, you can increase your prices from like a lower point, like Judge, like Harper, like Pujols, and all these other guys, right?
Yeah. I don't think they can.
That's big thing.
I've hit the point where if you can't hit the playoffs, if you can't make the playoffs with how well Trout and Ohtani played last year, and you have all these guys that are signed that are injured or playing poorly, shout out Anthony Rendon, to huge money contracts. Ohtani's a free agent. You're about to lose your best player. Mike Trout's on the wrong side of 30 and is going to be playing 120 games tops a year probably. I don't think they can make it to the playoffs. I don't know if they'll make it to the playoffs the rest of Trout's career with how bad they are drafting. They just throw money in at the wall and see if it works, and it hasn't worked. And so I think the only way Trout makes the playoffs, and I can't believe I'm saying this, I think if they stuck him together with Ohtani and traded him this offseason to a massive team like the Dodgers, who could eat all that money and give back some prospects, but not as many good prospects, because obviously, unfortunately, at this point, Trout's contract is probably a negative because of how injury prone he is. I think you could, I mean, not negative, because obviously it's still Mike Trout and he's still amazing when he's in there, but you just don't know what you're going to, how many games you're going to get, even though he's going to be good when he's in there.
By the way, we need to pick a card.
Yeah.
Feel free to pick a card that's already wearing green, because
Oh, I will.
I'm taking this one.
Which one?
Fichetti.
All right, I'm taking the Hakeem
Hakeem the
Jambalaya.
Dream. Wow. Really, really talks down the jambalaya and then says, "No, help me win again." Did you win last time?
Cheap enough. It's cheap enough, and I know people like that type of stuff. Where I could see it going for a little bit.
Did you won last time, right?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
So Dwayne says, "I am speaking long term. Rings don't matter in baseball. How many did Griffey have? Trout's WAR is already there. He just needs to stay healthy. DH, hit home runs, get to say 500 to 600."
Yeah, I mean that's fair, but I do think that there's not getting rings, and then there's not playing in the playoffs at all. I mean, he's had one game, one postseason series in the playoffs in his career. Like, if he gets to the end of a career and he doesn't have any more postseason experience, I think that's a huge detractor, no matter how well he played. And not his fault either.
I mean, you see right now, Harper, inferior career and stats, but very good, very good. Like, obviously, he's been amazing.
Going to be a Hall of Famer.
Yeah, like, he's been amazing. He's won 2 MVPs. But doing some big things and some big moments, and it's just elevating his like resume and his like star power that much more because of it. And Trout just doesn't have those chances, which, like you said, it's not Trout's fault, but he's just not getting those chances.
Yep.
Also,
he gets it in like the All-Star game. That's it.
Yeah.
So
that's Sergio Ramos. That is Sergio Ramos. So it looks like a playing card. There's 10 cards left. One of which is both Nate and I's. Mine is the Fichetti. Nate's is the Hakeem. And also that Eloy has over doubled in price, Nate.
Wow. Did not see that one coming.
I did not either. And also, I really hope... Oh, Nate's got a bid. No.
Is it? Are we looking back-to-back weeks? Wouldn't that just be like the final nail in your coffin?
That would be, man. I'd be down really bad if that was the case. Dwayne says, okay, Harper is a scream buy, in my opinion, LOL. I'm not sure if that was supposed to be a joke or not. I think it might have been, but either way.
The LOL didn't give it away?
I think it did. I just want to cover all bases. If we learn anything from Aaron Judge or any other big moment, no matter how good...
started a new minute, Chase Wickett.
What do you say?
I said we just started a new minute.
Yeah, mine's gone. That's a bummer. Well, I'm out again. I can't win anything here, man. Can't win anything.
What if these all end?
Nate's always looking to get the easy way out, but Steven Adams is moving on. Manny says, I can't believe Mookie Betts cards aren't higher. It's a good point. I mean, there's a lot of Mookie Betts fans.
Can you scroll down just a smidge so I can see that ticker?
There's a lot of Mookie Betts fans and card collectors that also say similar things. It's hard to understand necessarily why, other than playing on two. Nate's about to get eliminated here.
I think so.
Like playing on two teams. I mean, a lot of players play on it. At least
Come on.
team. No. Last second, man.
Ah, am I in my top 5 at least?
Let's see. Definitely. Considering the Eloy and the other one sold. Yep, top 5. Top 5,
Sweet.
top 5.
I'll take that.
Nate, just how about your 1 minute breakdown why Mookie Betts cards aren't maybe valued in the realm that like Trout and or Harper's are?
I couldn't tell you. Maybe it was early career swings. He would have a good year and then a mediocre year and then a good year and then a mediocre year. Maybe it's the fact that he wasn't as highly rated of a prospect as the other guys. Maybe it's the fact that he's only 5'8". Maybe it's the fact that he's been on multiple teams. Even though Harper's been on multiple teams, but now he's forging his own path as the face of the Phillies, whereas Mookie Betts is a de facto face, but he's not always just the only face, if that makes sense, because they've got, Clayton Kershaw for all those years and a bunch of other guys, Justin Turner.
I'd have to at least point out the fact that what you've been kind of consistently saying for years about the Dodgers having so many players on their team, it's like it is kind of always hard to be like, well, who's the guy? Who's the guy? Now you add in Freddie Freeman and everything like that. And also just from, I mean, I know I brought Trout and Harper. I mean, Trout and Harper's career numbers offensively are just better. Like they just are.
Yeah.
But he's
obviously Mookie's been incredible.
No, he has been. I agree that he's been. Well, he has got a lot more WAR than Harper, though. I didn't realize that. Harper's got better offensive numbers, but I'm sure the defense adds in a lot for Mookie in the WAR standpoint.
Yeah, he's almost a Hall of Famer, and he's 30 years old.
Yeah, no, so he's been great too. I wasn't trying to say he hasn't been. But I guess when you can bring this up for football too, though. Like there's certain players that just are maybe more effective, but then there's the whole star power thing too. Like Bryce Harper's name.
You want to refresh this page just to see if did they all go on? Well, I'm moving on.
That one is still there's that Pokemon one sold.
I just don't think I can beat out a $105 card.
Oh, you definitely can, man. There's a $60. Is this another movie ticket? Titanic. Wait, this says
the front of the boat scene.
This literally says 111 Oscars on. Dude, this says it's on the PSA label. 11 Oscars, including Best Picture.
That's crazy. Yeah, there's no chance I'm beating out some of these cheap cards, but maybe I can end top 3.
Well, I think you're probably going to be at the Sotani, which looks like it's going to end right here. Name variation, 1 of 1.
Oh, that's cool. The name's in Japanese.
Yep.
Nice.
Like it's kanji auto. I think this is probably my Wi-Fi. Can you still hear me, Nate?
I can, but it says yeah.
Oh wait, so that did get a bid. I just couldn't. It just didn't load it. So the Otani is still going. Oh.
Well, top 4 then. Whatever. I mean, there's no chance I can beat out 100. They can bid up $1 every single time to 120 and call it a day.
See, they could, but will they is the question. Probably. Also, I might as well
maybe that ticket stub will end. I'll still get top 3.
Well,
first place followed by top 3. I'll take that. I mean, that's a streak that you will never be able to match.
Okay, whatever. We're gonna start the giveaway right now. There's gonna be 2 winners tonight. There's gonna be 2 winners tonight. One is gonna be for the Dirk Nowitzki, and then the other is for the Neymar. Drop a number 1 in the comments. Hank already knows what to do. Silky Mitt. Put number 1 in the comments, and that will enter you for the giveaways. 2 different winners tonight. Going to start getting the names compiled right now, and we will let that go until how about 10:19 p.m. Eastern time. 10:19 p.m. Eastern time.
I will say, this Hakeem has doubled in price since I
you
picked
picked
him.
it.
Yeah.
Oh wow. It
Started
has.
at 6 like 25.
Jeez.
So at least I have that going for me.
Well, guess what? That Falchetti I picked got like one bid. Take that, Nate.
Hey, you're back. Okay. You
Yeah,
froze for like 0.5 seconds.
Yeah, no, I'm trying to get this giveaway in for sure before anything really, really fishy happens. 2 more minutes to join
All
up in
right,
the giveaway.
top 3, baby. Top 3, not 3. Come on, calling it. Top 3, not 3.
So you're trying to get 2 or higher?
Yeah.
Yeah, I was gonna say, what was that supposed to mean?
If both these end, then I get number 2, which I'll take.
So now we're playing for second place here.
No, I'm just playing for the best streak ever, and the best streak ever would be a first place finish followed by anything that is decent. Second place finish is decent. We've never had back-to-back wins.
I think one time I got back-to-back wins.
Dude, I don't know if you've ever picked
No,
the right card.
I won on the Kesem charity night. I know, or the week before the Kesem charity night. I know that much, but yeah, I definitely not won more than once. I've never picked the person that's been at the top of the giveaway. Dude, that's like nearly 100 different things. I've only picked one right.
Yeah, it's pretty impressively bad.
Impressively
Are you telling me that one? Okay, thank goodness. All right, top 2. I called it. Top 2, not 2.
Oh my!
Top 2, not 2, baby. Top 2, not 2.
If Nate wins again, also the fact that he was talking Don Jambalaya and I was trying to ride it to number 1.
Yeah, let's go.
I feel like that's kind of
a little pre-birthday excitement for us. If this wins, you have to buy me it. SlabStox for my birthday.
Oh, that's definitely not happening.
Aaron, are you getting nervous?
I'm a little nervous.
You're getting nervous right now. I can feel it.
There's got to be a big 1911 WD.
I can feel it. Also, holy crap, that went up to $210. It was at 115 like 2 hands ago.
Dude, these guys waste all their bids. These guys and gals. Wow, I'm devastated.
Back to back, baby. Back to back. Back to back. What up? I am the greatest guesser that has ever lived, Aaron. Bow down to me. Bow down to me.
It's actually unfortunate because Nick is such a good guesser somehow. Like the other week, I asked him about that one card, and it was like $50, and he said 49 or something like that.
Oh, let's go.
Oh, real music.
Real music. I am the GOAT.
You can't start using the word GOAT around Nate because that goes right to the head.
Wow. I mean, there's Michael Jordan. There's Tom Brady.
Oh, my gosh.
There's Bill Russell. There's Serena Williams. There's Tiger Woods. There's Nathan Rohrbaugh.
You say Wayne Gretzky?
There's Wayne Gretzky. There's Nathan Rohrbaugh. All the greats.
Oh, my gosh. I can't wait to just run this giveaway. Look at a couple of those insert sales we actually already looked at, so maybe we don't have to, then get out of here.
I'm going to make a t-shirt. I'm going to make a t-shirt that says back to back. Wear it all over the place.
And then you're probably going to have all the names in the back. Michael Jordan, Wayne Gretzky, and then Nate's going to be at the very bottom.
You know it.
All right, everyone. 3 times. Oh, so that Hakeem's still going. So that wasn't even like a close win. I think it's still going. 3 times on the randomization. Good luck. I really need to pick this right. Otherwise, I just might as well not host the show ever again.
What if I win this?
Just
think about it.
Stop.
I mean, how devastated would you be?
It'd be bad. I'd probably drink a bunch of iced coffee after this to drown my sorrows in something.
Overdoses in caffeine just to forget about the fact that I won back to back.
Oh, all right, 2. All right, Nate.
Is this the one? Or did it? Leslie on top, real music on the bottom.
Oh, by the way, we're doing 1 in 38. 1 in 38 wins.
I like it. All right.
Well, not right now. Not right now. For the third try. Sorry to make that not clear.
All right. I'm going Golden Valley Sports.
I'm taking Hank. Silky Matt. Come on, Hank. You're taking Golden Valley Sports?
Yep.
Oh man, I was really nervous about that.
Oh, 4. So close.
But Complano Tomo gets number 1, and Jake Merck gets number 38. 1 and 38 are the winners. I actually need to double check just to see which was the most expensive card for the giveaways. The Neymar actually was the most expensive one at $28.80. Neymar WCCF, I should go back and reshare the screen here, goes to Complano Tomo. And then Jake Merck gets the Dirk Nowitzki at number 38. Well, Nate didn't remind me last week, SCP. That's Nate's fault.
That's true. That was my fault. That was my fault.
Neymar goes to Complano Tomo, and then Jake Merck gets the Dirk right there. So thank you all so much for joining the giveaway. Everyone, thank you all so much for being here. info@slabstox.com. I just sent it into the chat. Please go onto your PWCC account, hit your name in the top right corner, scroll down to preferences, click preferences, and then send me by email the super long character string, and that will help us be able to forward you the card that you want. Also, the Astros and Yankees are now tied first and third, 1 out for the Astros. Alex Bregman up.
Oh my goodness.
Not looking too good for the Yankees at the moment. Last thing I want to do is just briefly look at those 10 inserts once again, just to see how they ended. And then that'll be the last thing we do tonight. All right, so we are looking at, I just realized when I said 10:15 Eastern time earlier, that was Central time. My computer, I forgot, didn't change time. Wow, it's actually
11:15 for you.
Yeah. I was really happy at first, and now I'm kind of sad. Actually, I wasn't happy. Nate won that again. But that Steph did sell for the most. That Curry Gold on the horizon did sell pretty high. That was one of the others that were waiting to sell. And then the Bill Russell sold right between a Ronaldo auto and a Mahomes Color Blast. Nate, I do wonder, 5 years from now we look up, or maybe 10 years from now, and do we laugh when we look at this moment and say, a 2020, not even like the first Color Blast ever, PSA 10 sold for more than an on-card Bill Russell auto from 1999?
We'll see. I could imagine it very easily.
Yeah, it's definitely interesting, no doubt about that. And then the lowest of which was the Gasly for 588, which I did get confirmed word that the birthday boy did lose out. He tried to buy himself a nice birthday present, but he lost. Stinks to see that. Sorry, Julian. And then also Jack got his first Tiger Woods auto this evening.
Hey-o.
Congrats to Jack. And Tom, thank you so much for coming. Dwayne, good to see you. Hopefully see you around Wisconsin, yes, sometime soon. And all I gotta say is thanks everyone for coming once again to another episode here on the PWCC Weekly Auction. We'll be live next week, Sunday, once again, 9:45 p.m. Eastern Time. Yes, Nate?
Real quick, I would just like to thank my parents.
Oh, my God.
My teachers that developed me into this great guesser. I couldn't have got far without them. I'd like to thank my wife. I'd like to thank Aaron for giving me this platform to absolutely destroy him on. Am I forgetting anybody?
You're lucky I didn't click end broadcast right there as you were talking mid sentence. No, yeah, Nate's also Bregman gave him the lead. Surprise, surprise. But Nate's been doing all right. And happy early birthday to Nate. Happy birthday to Julian. Happy belated birthday to my dad. Big birthday waking here at SlabStox. All right, thanks everyone for joining, and we will see you all in a future episode.
Bye, guys.